sound that matters. This is your Celeb Empire Top 3 Music Video Countdown. And you know, anytime you see me, I'm just about good vibes and tea. Well, I'm not alone in the studio today. I have with me a comedic genius who is taking over the world one joke at a time. Yes, guys, from Nigeria to the globe, he is really making the mark as a comedian, an actor, a podcaster, an MC, and the most important role, the president of the Pomo Republic. Give it up for Forever, guys.
Woo!
Hi, Forever.
Yeah, I think I like the fact where you say the most important one.
Yes,
The
no.
president of the Pomo Republic.
Yes.
Yeah, we have to fight for our rights.
So tell me, how did that come about? Like,
I've always hated oppression.
okay.
Always hated when people are being stepped upon. And being a Pomorian is somebody that likes eating pomo. You're eating rice, pomo has to be part of it. So every time you hear people say, pomo has nothing, there's no nutrient,
Yeah.
pomo is this, pomo is useless. Well, why would you say that about something that got created?
Huh. So you took it upon yourself to
I said I will
fight
fight
for
for the
it.
right and dignity of pomo. And the funny thing is that when you start fighting for a good cause, you
Yeah.
will now realize that there are many people who have been standing behind that cause who needed a headlamp for them to shine light.
And
So
there
that
you
is how
were.
more Pomorians globally started showing up. So forever, this is our nation. We're proud of you. We make you our president. And
Wonderful.
well, we're doing great. Very soon we should gain independence from nowhere. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's
Yeah.
great. So yeah, you are a comedian.
Yeah.
And I want to know, how did you start your journey into comedy? Because I know you studied mechanical engineering, right,
Yeah.
in school. So how did comedy come from that? Because they are on different sides of the spectrum. So
So I think comedy was already there before mechanical engineering. So I was, as a kid, I was a very funny kid in church. Then, whenever we're doing dramas, I was always playing the funny roles. We're doing mock news then as teenagers. It dawned on me later on that I was actually the one writing the scripts. I just thought it was normal. I didn't know it was a talent. And so, of course, going to school, you need to become an engineer to prove that you can succeed in life. So that's how I studied mechanical engineering. But along the line, as a student, I was still doing comedy in school, and
yeah.
money was coming from side by side. At the point I paid my fees with this thing, paid that, so I say, hey, I say, well, there's something here. So when we're done with school, my sister looked for work. I didn't see work, and I said, wait. I did this comedy as a student with divided attention. I had to go to school, I had to do other things.
Yeah.
Still, I made money from it. What if I give my 100% attention to this thing? Let's see how it will play out. 14 years after, we're here.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So how did your parents take it at the time? Were
They
they
didn't take
supportive?
it. They didn't take
They
it.
didn't even take it at all.
No, it was not an option. My mother was actually going on job interviews on my behalf.
Oh!
You say, I don't get work for you. There's one job in Shell. I say, Mommy, relax. This thing will pay. She's a teacher. After a point, she got a job for me in Asaba, the Education Trust Board. She said, I've got another job for you. I said, you are going for interview for me. Being a first child,
Yeah.
not just first child, first son, first child, it didn't make sense that after spending all these funds going to school to study mechanical engineering, you're ending up telling jokes. And again, at the time, there were not many examples of comedians that you could look up to. There were very few, like the likes of Alibaba, Basket Mouth. Um, at the time, yeah, Buffy was just starting, so Basket Mouth, Julius Ago, okay, Bakas. There were not really many examples that you could say,
Yeah.
this one succeeded from. So it was just like 1 in a million that succeeded. So it was like a gamble.
Okay.
So she didn't want to gamble with her first son. And I also that be patient. This thing will work. Be patient. This thing will work.
So was there anyone you were looking up to at the time?
At the time, honestly, I wouldn't say there was any particular one because look, for you to look up to somebody, that means you studied the person very well.
Yeah.
So there was no one I'd studied very closely then. But after like 2 or 3 years, I started looking up to the likes of Basketman because it was when I was seeing on TV then, when it was doing Basketman or Censor, then I Go Die. Because I Go Die was actually the first comedian I saw perform jokes that made me say, I can do this thing. So I Go Die, Basket Mouth after a while. So I started seeing other people, and then I said, okay, if these guys can succeed in this thing, why not?
That's great.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you stuck to that.
Thank you.
Okay. So still on your journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, so was there any points you felt like, I think I need to go back to my career as I need to dust my certificate and look for work because I don't understand what's going on. Did
Yeah.
you ever feel like that?
Yeah. 2012 actually, when I
Oh,
left, when I moved from Enugu to Lagos.
okay.
So I think that was like the darkest phase of my career. I left Enugu July 26th. So between that July, August, and September, there was one dark space. It looked as though I had made a mistake. First of all, leaving Enugu to Lagos.
Yeah.
That was the first time I would say, I've never been depressed in my life, but I was tilting towards it at the time.
Okay.
So it was very tough because I was new in Lagos. I had no friends here, I had no family. Look, I had one uncle that was living outside Lagos in Lagos. You know those outside Lagos in Lagos that for you to visit there 9 days, you still not got into the house. So it's not somebody I could just go and visit.
Yeah.
And again, if you want to do entertainment, you can't stay that far
Sure.
from where it's happening.
Sure.
So I was squatting then in Ejigbo.
Okay.
So the guy I was squatting with was my senior in school, works for a bank in Apapa. So what happens is the guy wakes up on Monday morning, goes to work with a backpack because he can't go through the traffic to and fro. So he stays at work, stays in the office, and returns on Friday. So I was alone in a 3-bedroom apartment, knowing not what to do, having nowhere to go. Me and Celine looking at us. I was like, wait, to forever, is this your life? So it was a very dark experience, but of course, we found our way out. God helped me find our way out. But at that time, I actually thought about it, bro.
Well, that's good. Anyway, so going through your profile, I could see
Yeah,
that you're a very, very diverse comedian in
yeah,
sense of your audience. You know, a lot of African comedians do not have this kind of diversity when it comes to their audience. It's
yeah,
mostly their hometown or their home country. But I see you've emceed in professional settings,
yeah.
you've emceed weddings outside the country, in the country, you've hosted events outside and in the country. How do you manage to do all that?
So I think um, I randomly always say to comedians that most comedians don't have vision. Some people just feel that all you need is to be funny. So, but for me, being funny, yes, is the basic foundation to be a comedian. Nevertheless, to get to the very top, you must have vision. So I have aspirations. I have the places I want to perform. I have places I look up to that I aspire to get to. So because of your vision, so when this motivational speaker will say, without vision, you don't have direction. Oh, wanna hold me, wanna hold me.
What?
Oh. You know, some motivations. I will hear one that
Yeah.
say, without scope, you cannot cope.
Oh.
Glory. Without scars, you can't have car. I say, madam, accident
Wow.
be that. So, anyways, without vision, you would not really have direction. So,
Yeah.
I think my vision has given me direction. So, I know where I want to be. So, it has made me choose the kind of things I want to say. It has appropriated my actions. So, for the person who just want to make money as a comedian, he does not care. Whatever they do, they say, come and strip and crack jokes. We'll pay you. He will go and do it. But because I have a particular place I'm aiming at, my actions must be able to push me towards that place I'm looking at. So that is what I've been able to help my diversity in many ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I always see on your YouTube, you always write this I am
My
comedian
name is
forever.
Forever. I'm a comedian. I'm
I'm
very
very
funny.
funny.
Yeah.
Why do you need to remind people that you're very
So they
funny?
know that you don't take me for a ride.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very funny.
Okay, so as a celebrity, what do you think is the biggest misconception a lot of people have around, the lifestyle? And what is actually the reality of it?
The biggest misconception people have about celebrities is that they walk on water.
Okay.
In other words, their life is perfect. Everything. Now I'm going to give a very clear example. Somebody one time said I was in Canada then doing a show. After the show, I just posted a reels of the show, and somebody sent me an email. So when somebody sends you an email, it's serious.
Serious business.
If they send you DM, it's not so. If they send you, if they go through the rigors of sending you email and start with dear sir, it's a serious thing. So this guy sent me an email that I watch you a lot, you make me laugh, you're one of my biggest celebrities, this and that. I need your support and I want you to help me get an American visa to go and study in America. I replied the guy, I said, bro, I don't have American visa. In that guy's mind, me and Joe Biden or Donald Trump, we eat on the same table. In his mind, there's no way. If I just call the ambassador, hey bro, give this guy a visa. Do you call him? Oh yeah, come. Bah, go. So people just assume as a celebrity, everything is perfect, everything is rosy. And the second question, the reality is this. What the celebrity shows to you online is what they want you to see.
True.
Is what they want. Is not what is available. Is what they want you to see. So for many people who live their life based on what they see online, oh, this person is making it. No, you are not really sure that person is making it. They are only making you believe that what you just saw is real. Reality is that social media is not real. Greater misconception or their life is perfect. So sometimes you see a celebrity, you want to talk to the person, and the person snubs you. I've heard many times, many musicians, that guy snubbed me. No, the guy didn't. You don't know what the guy is going through at the fine. He's in the spotlight, so he should comport himself in a certain way. But there's only little the guy can. He can't give much than what he has already given.
True.
So they are human beings like you, the same air, the same economy.
Too.
As they increase school fees, they increase their own too. As they increase for you, they increase their own too. So it's not as.
But people think that celebrities get it easier. Like people just dash you guys stuff. You don't have to pay for anything. You are just living life in your own bubble.
Well, in certain cases, I would not lie. There are freebies you get.
Sure.
There are people who. So it comes from the place of love, where people say, "Oh, we love you so much, and I like you so much. You are one of my favorite comedians. Take this." But it's not as if you wake up every morning and there's a check on your table. Even as so by now, as I will get like 200 cars.
Very
so
true.
fine. There are times where you get freebies. There are times where you get extended favors. There are times where you get preferential treatment. You go to a place, there's a queue, and we're like, "Oh, it's forever allowing." There are times like that. And there are times too that everybody on that queue is angry. Say, Baba, day your own. Oh. All of us in this country, they face. You go, day your own. So there are times like that. So it's not as if it's one way. It's not a one way. It's not a one-way race where everything is always like this. So there are freebies, yes, but not every time.
Okay. Yeah. So allegedly, in an interview, you said that social media comedians cannot compare with stand-up comedians, like traditional stand-up comedians. Why do you think so?
That's not what I said.
What did you say there?
I remember what I said.
What did you say?
That I've answered this question many times, so probably my answer will not be exactly like it was. Okay. I said they are different, but nevertheless, it's like medicine, where a dentist is called a doctor, a pediatrician is called a doctor, a surgeon is called a doctor. Okay. Now, most of the skit makers are not stand-up comedians. So most of them cannot perform stand-up.
Okay.
So the audience, but the Nigerian audience feels that for somebody to be a skit maker, that means that person in quotes should also be a stand-up comedian. And so most times they invite those guys on stage and they don't deliver like they expected, and they are disappointed. The truth is that the guy was never a stand-up comedian.
True.
He is a skit maker, which makes him an actor most of the time. So they can cohabit, but the skit makers cannot. Very few of them do stand-up. A few of them do stand-up comedy, but majority, when I mean majority, like 95% of them cannot do stand-up comedy. Anytime you see most of them do stand-up comedy, it's because of pressure from their fans. Want to see, want to see, want to see.
Yeah.
They now have to stand up, and it's not as simple as it is, because in skit making, you edit, you cut, you edit, and then you finalize everything, and then you push it out, and you have a good content. But for stand-up comedy, you get your, it's called instant judgment. As you are, if you are not funny, you know then that the world is against
Straight.
you. So the bullet, you are your own firing squad. You said, you gave them gun, shoot me. So that's what I meant with whatever I've said previously.
Okay,
Yeah.
that has been clarified. So I've seen you in, an
Yeah.
episode in The Flatmates,
Yeah.
right? So anything in acting for you in nearest future?
Yeah, it's not even nearest future now.
No?
They
Okay.
should bring the script, bring the roles. I've been saying it. But because I'm a comedian, they just take it that I'm joking. I've been telling you people, bring the scripts. You will know it. Forever you're joking. I'm not joking now.
Oh, for real?
I'm for real. Bring the script.
Someone give this manuscript.
Bring the
please.
script. So I've done quite a lot. I've featured in Ajoche, one of the series on African Magic and the rest of them. I've done Papa Benji with Basket Out. I've done some other movies. So I'm not joking.
It's
I'm ready.
serious, guys.
I'm serious, guys. Bring the scripts.
Bring it.
That should be the name of a movie. Bring the script. Featuring Forever, Vanessa.
What are we going to act now?
Let them bring the script first.
All right. Okay, so how are you going to rate your taste in music on a scale of 1 to 10?
I don't. Is that the right question?
Yes, no.
How do I rate my taste of?
Because we're going to judge you very soon.
So my taste of music is very different. So my taste
Okay.
of music is 11/10.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I listen to perfect music.
Okay.
So perfect music, very perfect music.
Okay. So we would like to hear some of your perfect music
Yeah.
because you're about to give us 3 of your favorite songs
Yeah.
that you're feeling at the moment.
Yeah.
So over to you.
So 3 of the favorite songs I'm feeling at the moment. So, and mind you guys, it might not be current songs because my taste in music has to be perfect. So, but there's a new entry. There's a guy I like his song so much right now.
Yeah.
Diverse. He sang Salt. That's when, oh my heavenly Father. I don't know the rest, but Diverse, Salt. That's number 3 because it's a new entry. Number 2, Asha, show me off. Is it show me off or show off? One of the two. That song is perfect. And then number 1 song, the greatest Nigerian song ever since the creation of the world, Ojo Elegba by Skit. No song will ever beat it. Tell Skit wherever you are, no song you will ever sing. It's not a curse, but because that song is spiritually perfect. That song, Ojo Elegba, number 1, any day, anytime. Greatest song written, sung, performed by any Nigerian artist in the world. I'm shocked I don't stay there anyways.
All right, guys, that was a perfect playlist by Forever. You know what? I'm
Yeah.
going to rate it 11/10. I give
Yeah.
it to you. So round of applause for you. Round of applause for you. So tell us any upcoming projects, collaborations, anything of the kind.
For now, I want to rest. Because this. So normally I have my comedy specials every year, but I decided that this year I wanted to take a break. I wanted to see the world more.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's important to take a step back to see clearly.
Sure.
Most times you are just working, you think you are productive, whereas you are dying. So I said to myself, forever in 2024, take a step back so you can see clearly, see where you can improve, see where you can push yourself. So most of my projects, so I've done more online. So I recorded my first podcast this year, The Cock and Bull Show with my friend Francis.
Yeah.
I have another series that should be streaming on YouTube anytime soon, The Marriage Counselor. So those are just more of media stuff. But in terms of comedy, I'm back on the road next year.
Okay.
Yes, I have a new special. I was almost tempted to release the name of the special. I don't know. So you guys just follow me. Keep yourself locked to my space. Very soon we'll release all the details. So I'm back on the road next year. We'll do Lagos, Abuja, United Kingdom. We keep moving. Yeah.
All right, so we're looking forward to that. I
You
know that you're a
definitely will.
very, very busy man.
Yeah.
It's not easy to be running a whole republic of Pomo and Pomorians.
You see, you are running full country, you are pursuing career, you are with family.
You're
I
too
need
busy.
strength. That's why
You're
I
too
said 20.
busy.
I needed to rest this year so that
You need
when
it.
I show up next year with some more strength, straight off.
You need it. So before you go, any word of encouragement to, aspiring comedians?
Number one, don't give up. Number two, don't compete with anybody. Because most times you see somebody who is who you assume you're better than. Yes, you might be better than them talent-wise, but you don't have the drive the person has.
True.
So you cannot then compare yourself to the person who has more drive than you. Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi, they are not the best players in the world. They are the ones that had enough drive to express their talent. I keep saying the most beautiful girl in the world is not the most beautiful girl in the world. She is the most beautiful girl in the competition. There are people who are more beautiful than her, but they did not make it to the competition. So don't compare yourself with anybody. Keep improving and keep pushing.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Forever.
You're
It was
welcome.
a pleasure having you here
Same here.
today. Guys, remember that if you'd like to join me on the show, make sure you send us a DM at Empire Africa Events and, let's see how that goes. Well, that's as much as we can take today. And remember, if you'd like to know which of your favorite celebrities made my list, make sure you tune in. Same time, same place next week and find out. So until next time, guys, bye-bye.